Stream will start in a second. Just gonna send out the tweet. I think I already did. Yes, I did. Okay. Just gotta send it to the chat. I'm gonna start off with the return of Chase Hawkins, making his return to singles action tonight. And next week for the Tag Team Championship Tournament, he will be returning with Du Bois for the first time in over 2 years, I think. Du Bois will be in tag team action. All right, let's get this going. Got a new Future Foundation stage and a whole new breath of life in the show. A lot of these roster members are hungry for a chance, and Elijah Maverick being one of them.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Manhattan, New York. Weighing in at 285 pounds, the Brawler, Elijah Maverick.
Elijah Maverick, a man who doesn't have the best track record, to say the least, but he's definitely got a shit ton of potential, and I say it bluntly because I mean it. Though if he could get out of his own head and into the matchup more frequently, he would probably get a little bit further, but right now he sits at 1-3 with the singles win-loss record. And he's also had 2 shots at the United States Championship. One of them was a singles match against Jay Rain at the pay-per-view, and then the other was a house show bout against Jacob Wells and Jay Rain, where Jay Rain pinned Elijah Maverick for the championship while Jacob Wells was out on the outside. However, he's facing off against Chase Hawkins.
Accompanied by Georgie Mack from Charleston, West Virginia, weighing in at 241 pounds.
And it's good to see him back, making the run to the ring here. Haven't seen him since being severely injured by the Prestige, and not just one half the Prestige, but both halves of the Prestige. All 4 members got in on the action of injuring Chase Hawkins ahead of a tag title match back in 2020. And as I said, he has not had a single match in VPW since losing the tag team championships with Georgie Mack. Had a shoulder injury. As you can see, the shoulder still taped up. He's probably got a nagging injury from getting back into the ring. Not only the shoulder, but the knee was injured slightly, and also being dropped on his neck multiple times. So he's got a long track record of injuries in his body. It's just a matter of time before those eventually catch up, but hopefully for us, that's a very long time from now. What the why are those, hold on. Why are the HUDs on? Those aren't supposed to be on. Why are those on? Does not make sense. Is that it? Okay. Anyways, here we go. Elijah Maverick with a spine buster right off the start of the match. Hitting him with I guess a finisher right as soon as the match begins, which doesn't really make much sense. Hello. Chase Hawkins drops down into the shoulder switch onto the takedown. Blocking in as he gets that right hook. Sends him into the corner now. Keeping the pace kind of slow so he can maintain his position here. He's got a lot of ring rust to shake off here. Oh, but the belly to belly into the buckle. Forearm gets blocked, the rights and the left. Catches up, just straight body uppercut, whatever, I don't know. Chase Hawkins now, exploder. Lifts him up, but Chase drops down into a DDT. Spiking him on his head now as he goes. Penalty kick to the lower back. Belly to belly, overhead. Hawkins staying in this matchup right now. He stomps on the chest, goes for the kick, but gets caught. Dragon screw leg whip. As Elijah top mount and the hammer fist to the face. He's trying to block, but he's getting caught with these elbows straight to the face too. Tries to lift up the opponent, but an elbow from Chase. Boot to the gut as well. Collar and elbow, then brings him up on the shoulder. Guillotines him on the top rope, sorry. Now follows up, Irish whips him over the rope and to the floor, and he's right at the feet of Georgie Mack, who's going to leave him. Of course, wants Chase to get his first win here, completely clean and fair. As Chase is going to use that knee bar ankle lock combination, that grapevine on the leg, to great strength and ability there. But Elijah got out of it. But Chase sends him into the post, shoulder first. Chase gets caught. Leg drop, dragon screw leg whip again. Elijah. Oh, fireman carries him up. Oh, wait a minute. Elijah Maverick. Oh, fisherman. Not fisherman. Fireman carry, smash into that barricade. And then the back suplex on the floor, doing damage to the neck as he whiplashed off the floor. Oh, Jesus. Sends him across the ring as Elijah is just waiting for him to get in the ring here as he's up on the rope. Oh, mistake was made. Oh, Elijah blocked, boot to the face. And lifts him up. Oh, the gut buster over the shoulder. Chase right back up. Sends him into the corner now. Oh, hard whip into the buckle, sorry. And the deadlift. Look at the strength of Elijah Maverick. Got the kick to the leg, takes him with these strikes, drops him into the fist to the face. High risk. Could it be high reward? Diving elbow drop and just barely gets him on the back. Hawkins with the wrist clutch. Face buster. 1, 2. No, Maverick kicks out at 2. He's looking to finish this one as quickly as can be. Zigzag. Pulled him away from the ropes now. And going for the cover. 1, 2. No, Maverick stays in. Back on top here. Lifts him up, body blows repeatedly, now some strikes to the face. Gets the grapple. Look at the military press. Oh, the gutbuster. Just tossing him by the neck. Lifting him from the neck and then tossing him. That's doing damage to an already badly damaged limb. Elijah Maverick, the slapjack, plants him down. 1, 2, no, Chase stays on. That elevated pedigree almost got the match won. Now he's frustrated. The hammer fist raining down blows to the face. Notice how in those last strikes he went straight for the shoulder. Deadlift, power bomb again. This time, hooking the legs over. Oh! Hawkins barely got out of that one. Actually, he almost got caught. Elbows to the stomach, and again, boot to the gut, and goes for that kick, but gets caught. Elbow to the knee. Maverick, spine buster. That double-A spine buster with great effect, as now he looks to take out the arm of Chase Hawkins. But Chase Hawkins back up. Going into that arm bar, but he's not used to the rules here. There are no summations. Maverick, oh, dropping the knee to the back of the head there. Floats over into the DDT a second time there. Leg drops him. Oh, wait a minute, he's going for a second follow-up. Hits it. Going in for the kill. Takes the leg and he turns him around now. Waistlock, German suplex. Up with a kick. To the face, grapple to the front face, or the collar and elbow, whatever you want to call it. Up for the power bomb, and sending him to the floor. Chase Hawkins already going through a lot in this matchup. Wait a minute. Elijah charged out like he had a purpose here. He's got something in mind, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. Elijah Maverick lifts him up. Oh, sending him into the steps. Oh, wait a minute. I think he might have just changed his mind. Telling the crowd and Chase Hawkins at the same time that money talks. As he grabs him. No reversal. Boot to the gut. That wrist clutch. Face buster again. Could that be it? 1, 2, no! Looking to end it here. The zigzag plants him. 1, 2, no! Maverick again kicking out of the zigzag. Off the top. Oh my God! He missed the full ability of that leg drop, but landed heel first on the face of Maverick. Spine buster. Oh no, Chase tried to get back up. The German suplex thinking across the ring. I think Maverick's frustrated about that leg drop. Deadlift powerbomb. And another spine buster. Pulls him away from the ropes, going for the cover now. 1, 2, no. Another. No, he blocks it. Chase, clothesline. Stops that in its tracks for a moment. Dragon screw leg whip. Now the armbar locked in again. Just push your leg out slightly. You get that rope break. Chase going for a cover off of it though. Able to kick out nonetheless. Up kick to the face again. Elijah Maverick. Fisherman suplex. Rolling him over for a cover after that suplex. 1, 2, no. Both of these men trying smaller moves and trying to go for a cover. Oh, wait a minute. Too much damage has been done. And he just toppled over the Fisherman Buster with the bridge. 1, 2, no. Lifts him up again, but Chase with the jawbreaker. Boot to the gut. Wait a minute, springboard. Forearm smash to the face. Looking for that zigzag again, a third and final, possibly a final time. No, elbow to the face. Oh, lariat. Oh, back elbow takes him down. Lifts him straight back up. No, blocks it. Headbutt by Elijah. Oh, back into it, he's frustrated. The hammer fist. The elbow now, again. Just a lot of strikes here. Just over the shoulder breaker. Lifts him straight back up off the mat. Turns, no. Military press, gutbuster. Elijah deadlifts him up by the neck again and tosses him across the ring. Oh, and he's going for it again. Tosses him back and forth. Gets dropped over the head. And he maneuvered around, transition. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, the landslide! 1, 2, no! Maverick staying in it. Oh, but here it is. Face buster. Oh, he's going straight into the zigzag. Not even going to risk going for the cover. Hits him with it. 1, 2, no! Are you serious? 3 zigzags, multiple wrist lock face busters, a landslide, and so much more, and he's still kicking out. Maverick lifts up Chase, sending him over the rope and onto the apron now. Oh, wait a minute. Pull him up, and oh, just the clubbing blow to the back of the head that leads him into falling on his face. Now, oh, wait a minute, catches the boot, knee lift to the face. Oh, dodges out of the way of that and gets caught with a forearm. Lifts him up. Oh, look at these strikes. Oh, the forearm landed flush on the jaw. Chase now going for the cover after the knee breakers. Okay. Anticlimactic finish. After all of that.
Here is your winner, Chase Hawkins.
Congrats, though, to Chase Hawkins on his big return. Getting a win in the first match back in over 2 years. Will his luck and Du Bois' luck specifically be the same come next week? We'll have to see next week, obviously. But we move on to our next matchup. As the wife of Elijah Maverick getting a matchup here tonight. Oh. Nonetheless, to the last match, Isabella Dalhite. As the spotlight shines on her, she wants to get a win here. Currently 0-1, but Holly Lance 2-1. And an incredible showing on her part. She was recently drafted to Future Foundation, and this is her first night.
Making her way to the ring from Caracas, Venezuela, the Queen, Isabella Dalhite.
This is her first official night on Future Foundation for Holly Lance. And, well, she wants to keep the winning ways going and keep herself high in the rankings, as she's currently, I believe, in the top 5. But more specifically, I think she's number 3. No, she's tied for second place. And ironically enough, the person that is tied with her for second place is the person she beat to get that amount of points in the first place.
And from Florida, the All-American Sweetness, Holly
The All-American
Lance.
sweetheart, Holly Lance. Holly Lance, like I said, 2-1. One of those wins coming over Rachel Holloway. Debuting in the X Cup and was signed off of her performance in said tournament back in January. Or no, that was in February for that one. Okay, rope. Here we go, and the HUDs are back on. Fucking hell. I need to Turn those HUDs off. They're annoying. Holly starting off the match with some quick strikes and the European uppercut to take Isabella down. Springboard moonsault misses. Isabella clearly has the height advantage here. However, poison Rana using the springboard to get the assist on that one. However, Isabella not too effective as she gets that dragon screw leg whip. And now just knee dropping the shoulder. Followed up with that hesitation drop kick to the back. Oh, rolls out of the way but gets caught. Rear waist lock. Charges in. Oh, back fist but catches the leg. Isabella boot to the gut to Holly and sends her into the corner of the announce table. Holly lands. Rear waist lock, German suplex on the floor. Using that shift of balance to get the German suplex to work. Look at it again. Drops the hips into that German suplex. Holly sending Isabella into the post.
8, 9.
It is a 20 count. I don't know why she's she just wants to laugh at her from a distance.
11.
Isabella gets caught with a back fist again. Sent into the corner. Lance running bulldog from the corner. Going straight to the top rope. Star Spangled Moonsault possibly. No. Telling her to stand up. Missile drop kick. Damn angle is this, Jesus. Repeated stomps here, now to the chest. Oh, and one to the face. Wait a minute. Oh no. Bringing it around town with those stomps, but Holly gets caught. European uppercut by Isabella. And a jawbreaker. Because of her height, she had to sit out on that jawbreaker for the maximum effectiveness of it. Wait a minute. Isabella to the top. And holy hell, look at the strength. And the backbreaker over the knee. Holly Lance is built tough. Isabella, though, tired of Holly and just slapping her in the face again. Isabella now. Half camel clutch there, barely really getting any of it on. Holly, snap suplex. Now Lance, execution with a sit out. 2, no. Holly Lance really seems to have this one under lock and key. Doesn't seem to be much of a challenge for Holly at all, to be honest. And I feel a little bad saying that, but it's true. Knee to the face, that could be a start of momentum, but Isabella not very quick to the grapples and strikes. Kind of getting distracted on the way over, it seems. I fear the Star Spangled Moonsault's on the way, though. Oh, she almost hit it. Isabella moves out of the way. Uh-oh. Super Dragon Curb Stomp. One, two, no. Oh no, the Comet Goya. 1, 2, no. Such in the back of it gets reversed. Springboard Star Spangled Moonsault. 1, 2, no. Isabella blocks and gets the kick to the inner leg. Drops into the Scorpion Death Drop. Oh, Lance still in this one enough to, isn't out of it just yet. Now the monkey flip into the rope. Referee needs to figure out what he wants to do here. Holly with a kick to the gut. And again, follows with that clothesline. Up to the top. Tightrope walking, drop kick. And the moonsault again lands. Cover again. 1, 2, no. Wheelbarrow, face buster. What is, oh, a submission hold and the referee's just looking away. He doesn't care. Holly lifts up Isabella again. Boot to the gut and the Impaler. Straight to the top. Star Spangled Moonsault. Lands it with great impact, but a rope break. Just blocked and boot to the gut. Jesus. No shot. Oh, what? Holly Lance, air raid crash, neck breaker to Isabella. And the moonsault again. 1, 2, 3. That's a mercy kill. Isabella really put up a fight. midway through this match started hitting really big moves, but wasn't enough. As Holly was flipping across the ring, hitting these big moves like that.
Here is your winner, the All-American Sweetness, Holly Lance.
Of course, Holly Lance now above, officially number 2 on the rankings now. Of course, has to take out number 1, which is Madison Maxine, who has a match later tonight. Actually, it might be up next because I need to go check the match card itself. Yeah, actually, it's up next. Oh, before we do anything, though, I'm getting tired of it. No.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, the Superstar.
Amara Parker making her way to the ring at the moment with a singles record, a win-loss record of 5-3-1. Unsuccessful multiple times for the Pure Championship. One of them was a one-on-one bout, and then the other was a fatal four-way, which every competitor involved got 1 point to the draw, as they got a time limit draw on a fatal four-way. Her opponent, Madison Maxine, 3-3-1, but currently ranked number 1 in the women's division for the women's title. Had she not
from Wellington, New Zealand, Madison Max.
Had she not lost to Sophia Winters back at Voorhees, we could have been seeing her as the women's champion right now. However, she lost the championship opportunity to Sophia Winters at Voorhees, and then Sophia went on to defeat Alice Howell and remain undefeated at Wrestle Wars. However, Madison wants to keep that number 1 ranked spot and go for the women's championship. And all she has to do is win here tonight. But if she doesn't, Amara Parker takes that number 1 ranked spot. Amara gets that kick and gets a few more kicks in. One to the head, too, that knocks Madison straight down. Goes for the suplex. Oh, brainbuster. Brings up to the top rope. Amara trying to end this one quickly. Frog splash. Knee stamp there. As Madison back up, gets caught with a hip toss. Cartwheel into the drop kick. Now going for the cover off of that drop kick. Clearly wasn't enough. Parker sends Madison in the buckle and again sends her face first in the buckle. Uh-oh. Up on the top rope. Oh, Madison's starting to fight it. But, oh, Mara. Some strikes to the head. Oh, and the elbows just raining them down on the back of the head of Madison. Oh, from the top. Poison Rana from the top. Amara straight back up to the top rope. The frog splash lands a second time. Straight into the cover. One. Oh, and a kick out of one. Madison might have just been woken up by that frog splash. The power slam. Flips her over. Now into that half camel clutch. Clutch under the roundhouse. Oh, gets caught with the kick though. Turn to the buckle now as she grabs in the corner. And she's doing the poison rana a second time. Oh, okay. I'll just not commentate this one. Well, I'll have to. Punches to the back of the head, and then the elbows raining down again. As the poison rana takes her down a second time. Rana front, well, Frankensteiner. Drops Madison with a neck breaker. Went from the super risky moves to just back to basics here. But Madison, power bomb, lifts her back up into the Samoan drop. Military press and slam onto the mat face first. Going for it again. Madison just deadlifting repeatedly here. Now a power bomb. Lifts her back up. Up on the fireman carry, drops down into the face buster from the air raid crash position. And again, the military press deadlift. Amara just dropped repeatedly from these deadlifts as Madison, boot to the gut. Another powerbomb Samoa drop combination. The hand of Amara Parker being stomped repeatedly on as Madison now gets kicked in the face by Parker. The kicks start flying with chops. The queen of the kick. Oh, goes for the enziguri. Gets blocked, and now Madison goes for a suplex, gets blocked. T-bone suplex now. Springboard into the Phoenix splash. Back to the top for the frog splash, possibly. Yes, a different variation of the frog splash lands at this time. 1, 2. No, Madison's able to kick out. Boot to the gut now. Pile driver. Maxine might be out of it. Blue Thunder bomb. 1, 2, no. Madison, fireman carry. Into the side slam. Straight into the deadlift military press once more. Oh, gets caught with those kicks and the chop. Comes back in with an Irish whip into the buckle. However, and Amara with that leg sweep catches the leg though with a dragon screw, does Madison. Madison with a knee to the gut. Gets caught, no. Catches Amar with a suplex. That double underhook suplex. Amar then not letting Madison stay in the driver's seat for too long as she continues the strikes and gets the grapples with such quickness. Speaking of quickness, look at the Fisherman Buster. Oh, Madison with a lariat though. A power bomb. Oh, and her neck almost hit the ropes. Getting caught with those strikes is Madison. Backbreaker over the knee. Gets caught. Exploder suplexes Madison. Back up to her feet again. Going for the pin now. 1, 2, 3. I am confusion. Is the Exploder her finish? Am I forgetting? Bunch of confusing finishes tonight. There you see it. That's the finish, apparently. That Exploder suplex was the end of the match.
Here is your winner,
Madison retaining that #1 spot. We move on from this match to our next match. The X Division champion in action against a debuting singles competitor. However, already been seen in tag competition, but debuting in a singles capacity, Joe Lloyd. Adam Rage, the X Division champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 190 pounds, the Impact Champion, Adam Rage.
Successfully defended that championship 2 times now. Once against Christian Blake. I believe again at Wrestle Wars? Hold on. I got this. I can find it. Yeah, against Aaron Miller at Wrestle Wars was the second defense. Adam Rage, though, 2 successful defenses. That means if he is to lose the championship in the near future, he does have an automatic rematch clause if he so chooses to use it. He's currently 8-3-1. His opponent tonight is making his singles debut, so he's got a clean slate going into this one.
And his opponent, accompanied by Nolan Hopkins from Arkham, Massachusetts, weighing in at 220 pounds, Joe.
All Arkham Rejects, another team that's going into that tag tournament next week. One of the teams in that tournament already has Chase Hawkins getting a singles win. So maybe Joe Lloyd will get his singles win here too. As the Irish whips Rage. No, brings it back into the buckle, charges into the Bulldog. Ah, fuck. Again with this Irish Whip Bulldog combination. Yeah, I forgot about it. Neckbreaker on Rage. Now springboard leg drop. Barely catches him. Adam Rage now Rings of Saturn locked in. Possibly my favorite submission move of all time. VPW's favorite submission move of all time, at least, too. Oh, up kick to the face, goes for the jab, gets caught. Kick to the leg though. Rage staying in this one, goes behind, German suplex into the buckle. And the Kinshasa. And we're back into the slow mode. Rage to the top rope. Wants him to get up to his feet, but he's a little far away. I don't know if this is gonna work out. Yeah, he changes his mind. Oh, gets caught. Oh, strong kick to the leg, but catches the other one. Pulls him in, captures the arm and the leg. Suplex on the neck. Ah, for Joe Lloyd drops the elbow. Again, Lloyd has no singles competition in VPW, so no record to speak of as he goes up to the top rope. Adam Rage charges in. Oh, flatliner. Caught him off guard with that flatliner now. Springboard moonsault from the bottom rope. Now covers. 8-3-1 as Adam Rage already said it before. But in tag competition, all Arkham Rejects are 1-5-2. There's now the Cattle B relation locked in by Rage. Joe Lloyd gets caught, Sling Blade, rolls into the drop kick. Oh, catches the boot though. Joe drops him on the knee, needs to go for a finish in this matchup for him. Get that win over the champion. Lifts him up, face buster. Going for the phenomenal forearm. He's got him in his sights. Phenomenal, no. Rage with the Psycho Cutter. 1, 2, 3. A fun match, but a quick one, to say the least. Rage avoiding that phenomenal forearm and transitioning it right into this Psycho Cutter. And look at this. No rope break, pulled him just far enough. And if you see it here, he lets go and that leg flops right in the rope. Had he gone after the other leg for the pin, it would have been a rope break. Adam Rage picks up another win as he remains victorious in his run so far as champion. Our main event, though, coming up next, Alaric takes on Chase Adkins. The real VPW champion, Alaric, takes on Chase Adkins. Like I said, the real VPW champion, Alaric.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Zurich, Switzerland, weighing in at 219 pounds, the world champion, Eric.
Won the title in that triple threat, successfully defended it at Wrestle Wars against Brandon Alexander. However, being attacked by Ace Reeves and the championship stolen from him, which in turn Ace Reeves tried to claim that the title he had was the real championship, and he even defended it, but was not successful in the defense and lost it to Brandon Alexander, who is now saying that it's the championship, the real championship. But it's a phantom reign, to say the least. I guess it counts in his mind, and our board of directors is counting it. So we're going to just acknowledge that it's a real reign for Brandon Alexander as VPW champion. However, it's not that VPW champion. He called it the Phantom Championship on his own right. So I guess that's what we're going to call it, the Phantom Championship.
And his opponent from Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 219 pounds, Archangel.
Chase Adkins, unfortunate timing in VPW, coming back when the men's division was stacked beyond belief. However, 0-3, his opponent is 4-2. Alaric gets the collar and elbow. Chase, though, drops down. Scorpion death drop. Plants him. Surprisingly, no blood tonight, I should say. Oh, Alaric with that boot to the face. Chase with a boot back. Moves out of the way. Alaric charges in. Gets caught with a drop kick. Chase now collar and elbow tie up. And drops him down into another Scorpion death drop. Repeated stomps to the shoulder. And again. Jesus. Off the ropes he goes. Drops the knee on the face. Tries for it again, but Alex swings the leg. Lifts him up. However, a jawbreaker. And the roundhouse kick lands and a bunch of rights. Gets caught on the forearm. Turns him around. Alaric with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Lifts him back up, but gets caught when he tried for the body blow. Chase now with a backbreaker over the knee. Former tag team champion Chase Adkins. He really desperately needs to get back into the swing of things here. And a win over the world champion would be the way to do so. Could put him in line for a title shot in the future as well. Oh, knife edge chop gets blocked. Alaric now just repeated clotheslines, takes him down. Chase moves out of the way, roundhouse kick to the, misses the second one. To the gut, however. Knife edge chop, lands it, bringing Alaric onto the rope here. And guillotine on the top. However, Alaric with an enziguri. Alaric deadlift, back suplex on Chase. And now locking, look at this. The triangle choke here. Or a variation, I don't even know. Chase with some strikes. Well, with a strike and breaks the hold. Clutching at his wrist for a second. Pulls him up, though. Burning hammer on the head. Alaric goes right back into the clotheslines. Atkins with the shoulder breaker again, but a boot to the face to take him down once more. And again a kick to the face, this time by Chase. A single leg camel clutch, locked in, knee in the lower back there to try to inflict a lot of damage. One, two, no. Missed that kick, but gets a bunch of strikes. Alaric go blocks. Missed his big left hand. Up for the Blue Thunder Bomb again. And plants him. Atkins right back up. Or tried to at least. There's the DDT. One, two. Suplexes there, the pin, one. Ooh, kick out at one. Chase Atkins to the top. Frog splash, but the knees were up. The cradle, pile driver. Alaric now with the pin, one, two, no, kick out at two. Atkins gets lifted up. Alaric grapple, boot to the gut. Going for the brain buster. No, X-Plex. Knee drops. Oh, repeated strikes with the knee. Alec goes for a stomp, gets caught. Oh, the tornado DDT. As he's up to the middle rope, what is he thinking? Diving frog splash from the middle. That's a rope break, though. After that kick to the face, now to the chest. Oh, wait a minute. Alec lifts him up, pulling him to the rope. Snake eyes on the buckle. Blocks that strike forearm to the face. Roundhouse kick, and the punches flying. Alec catches him, sends him to the outside. This time using the knee brace as the ref can't see it on the outside. Oh, the chase just got busted open. Oh yeah, just above the eyebrow, he's busted open there. Knocked Alec into the guardrail and then got back in the ring. Bad idea to come back out after that, as Alec now gets the high ground. Chase baited him back out. Oh, went for the side slam. Alec blocked and tried to flip out and throw a punch. Ducks under the kick, gets the punch, and again catches the kick this time. Oh no, a burning hammer on the floor. Chase Adkins clotheslines him down. Oh, into the ring. 6 as we're battling our way around the ringside area here. Chase Adkins, brainbuster! Lifts him up, but a leg sweep by Alec on the outside. Oh, German suplex. 9. Count of 9 as we got a 20 count nonetheless. Alec charges back out. Another burning hammer on the floor. Number 2. Oh! Oh, and he busted him open on the impact of that burning hammer. 3. We need to get things back in the ring. We're breaking down out here. Back and forth, these strikes and blows go. However, Alec getting the upper hand here with that neck breaker. And the clotheslines once again. 11. 12. Adkins making his way into. Oh, I was gonna say making his way to the ring, but no, I guess he is throwing Alec back in. He's fired up, or kind of. Gets caught though by Alec. Brings him up on the shoulders. Chase with the elbows. And the backbreaker again. Called for him to get up to his feet. The spin out brainbuster. 1, 2, no. The spin out butterfly brainbuster, whatever you want to call it, butterfly suplex, whatever you want to call it, was not enough. Chase turns him around. Oh, the inverted suplex. Oh, with a kick to the face by Allett. Neckbreaker again. Oh, look at that right hand. Off the ropes he goes. Oh, and boots him in the face. Chase back up. Gets caught, boot to the gut. And the X-Plex again. However, Adkins with a jawbreaker. Oh, come on, ref. That was right in your view. You saw that. The ref looked directly at it. That was a blatant low blow. Kick out at 1 nonetheless. The referee needs to pay attention. The most blatant low blow I've ever seen, and the referee said nothing about it. Chase Adkins forced to tap out in the submission just to get out of the hold. However, another burning hammer, center of the ring, sort of. And the butterfly suplex again. 1, 2, 3. Even with the referee not calling a disqualification off the low blow, he's still able to pick up the win in our main event here. Chase Adkins possibly giving himself a #1 contender shot right here by defeating the world champion, the real world champion here.
Here is your winner, Archangel.
And nonetheless, that was our show, episode 30 of Future Foundation. And on Friday, we have episode 50 of Legacy. And there's big plans ahead for Legacy. Not only that, but I want to thank our partners, though, for being partners, obviously. Joshi Star Wrestling, Pride of Wrestling, Battlefront Industry, and LGF. And I want to thank you all for watching, and good night.